Look, I don't know why, okay? I don't know why, but I just love cooking-based roguelikes. I can't get enough of them, and there's not really many good ones out there, so I'm still looking for that, like, ultimate cooking and food-related roguelike. This is a la carte, which is not a reference to Dracula backwards. This is a new roguelike deck builder that is boiling over with card, mutation, mischief, and limitless synergies. We're going to be serving people food with the crazy cards that we have, and those cards can be affected in a lot of different ways, and there's a bunch of crazy synergies. Excited to check this one out. It's a demo right now. You can find it linked in the description down below. You can play it for yourself. Let's see what's going on. I do have to say, I explored the menu a little bit here just to see options and things like that, get things prepared for the video. There's a section in the options called Charm, okay? And then the charm is just it raining food, how much it rains food, and then how much that syncs to the music. So I, out of curiosity, did this. And it did exactly what I would have expected it to do. So, I mean, frankly, just like an incredible option in the game. The pantry here, you can see all of the different ingredients that are currently in the game, man, which is crazy. Decent amount for a demo. Let's play and see what's going on. We'll do the tutorial as well. The smooth jazz in the background as well, just absolutely incredible. Welcome to the crash test dummy C3PO. Tutorial tip, some cards cost food to play. Gain a food when you draw a card of that color. Okay, so our mana is our food types, potentially. So the tutorial pineapples here, we gain to fruits and veggies with this. Okay, so you need to be served 4 things total. So there's 2 2s, and then I'll ring the damn bell, order up, bone apple tea, have a fun time. Okay. Trigger a card's prepped effect when you play it. So the tutorial sausage, not you're just processed. You are prepped though, the tutorial tomato. So when prepped, draw 1. Okay. So if now here's what's interesting. This costs 2 meat, but I only have 1 meat because it's just the type that gets drawn. Okay, so the tutorial tomato, I'll prep you. That drew the tutorial onion, that when prepped, I get a meat. Okay, brilliant. And then now I have the meat, and I can play the tutorial sausage, and we can serve you. I can already see how this could get like a little complex, to be honest. Tutorial tip, play recipe cards to combine cards you've already played and free up space for more. Okay, so tutorial sashimi requires 2 fish. I'm like fairly certain that you're not supposed to eat octopus raw, but maybe I'm completely wrong on that. I know there's one, you don't eat eel raw. Eel has to be cooked. If you eat eel raw, there's like a decent chance it kills you. Look, man, I'm not in big sushi. I don't know what's going on in big sushi. So, let's... Okay, interesting. So if I just pop that, it combines it. That's cool. That's cool. Tutorial banana, I draw 3. I mean, let's put that on. Draw 3. Then we get a tutorial sashimi. And then we have our pineapples. And I'm just gonna give you a pineapple. Now, how does that work? You're gonna eat frickin' everything. Okay. Cool, cool. I'm with it. Spend a, blah blah, restock. Okay. To draw a card. Brilliant. Okay, I'll restock. That draws a card. Emergencies only. So it looks like I have a certain number of restocks over here. Dude, the music is banging extremely hard. This guy's going insane on the sax. Okay, don't ring the bell before the customer has enough food. Yeah, that's a good point. So let me restock. And then let me restock. And then that gives me enough to serve you. Understood. Understood. I gotcha. Take a look at this, man. A lot coming in the full game here. Demo looks to be about 1/3, give or take, of the full release. So let's go into the burger truck, man. I love this. I absolutely, the vibe of this game already, I'm super with. The art style is, it's interesting because the ingredients are like super detailed, but then some of the fonts and the art for anything other than the food I'm not gonna say childish, but it's a little cruder. And for some reason, I think that it actually works like extremely well, because it brings emphasis to the ingredients, which is what the entire part of the game is. So each meal, give your meat cards +1. Okay, cool. Let's figure it out. Okay, let's figure it out. Oh, look at how cute this is, man. I'm enjoying this a lot already, and I have barely played it. Okay, so any vegetables in the window have -1 to your plating, and you need a 4. So bread and red meat makes a burger. So but I can't play you. What is sear? +2 to 1 meat card in the window. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, theoretically, I can give you a bun and butter. Right? And that's just, like, good enough for you? That seems peculiar, but is good enough for me, man. Is good enough for me. You go crazy. Profits daily 5. Okay, cool. Thanks for the money. Now I can take one, or I can enrich a card. So, Parmesan. Draw 1 per bread card in window. That theoretically will happen a decent bit. I have 2 bread cards. I mean, we don't have a lot in this deck, for what it's worth. Wheat. This is a bread card. Give 1 ingredient or scrap in hand +2 to money. It has a cereal tag, okay? Or wasabi. This gets +1 per other dish, ingredient, and scrap in the window. Or I can enrich. I think I need to add a card, and I think I'm gonna take this Parmesan, okay? And then we'll get cooking. I don't know what the best way to build this deck is yet, so we're working it out from there. You love bread. Bread cards in window have +2. Okay. Okay. Why are you guys higher quality? Because each meal... No. Maybe? This is... What defines a meal is, I guess, my question here. +2 to 1 meat card in window. But both of them got the buff of sear. Okay. And then Parmesan, draw 1 per bread in window. I think what I want to do, man... Okay, yeah, so that immediately, because you love the bread, that went up to 4. I'm going to make a burger, which may not be actually intelligent, because now I have to spend more ingredients to get you there. Which, I mean, I think that was incorrect. I can't explain to you why that was incorrect, but I think that was incorrect. Thanks for the money. Cherries. Toss every other dish, ingredient, and scrap in window, and I get 4 money. That seems horrible. Pecans. Look, I've had a bone to pick with this nut for a long time. If I'm talking about the nut as just eating the nuts themselves, pecans. If I'm talking about a pie or a dish that has pecans in it, then it's pecan pie. Why the hell my brain changed the pronunciation of a word based on where it is, man? It's the same nut anyway. Irrelevant. This gains money equal to your blues, which is my, like, butter. That seems terrible for us. Lobster, if you have less than 30 money, consume this. But it's a 5-banger when it comes out. That's pretty cool. I don't really like any of these, so let's figure out what enriching means. And let's enrich our sesame bun. So now, when prepped, I get +1 meat. That's freaking amazing. Okay, that's so good. Cross-contamination. What the frick? Cross-contamination. Inherit types. So this card will be removed. Let's give you an unenriched beef. And then... No. Let's give you... This is cheddar, not butter, by the way. Sorry. Let's give you... unenriched cheddar. And then I want the color of the sesame bun. So now I will get unenriched cheddar, but it's of the type yellow, which helps us with our Parmesan. Now, that seems stupid, because I should probably do red. Right? Because all of my red cards give plus. So I'm building basically, do I want to make my Parmesan synergy better, or do I want to just make my run better? And in that case, give me this. Interesting mechanic. Very, very interesting mechanic. I like the idea. You need a 6, but you hate bread. That's fine, because if I give you a burger, the burger, you do not hate bread. So you're just cruising, right? This is going really well right now, but I'm waiting for you to start giving me a little bit more. Haddock. Create 1 bone. Okay. So bones appear to be probably crap, is the reality. Crab, toss 2 cards in hand. Or another tomato. Right? We already have 1 tomato in our deck. We have an unenriched tomato that doesn't do anything. But this allows me to draw a card. Drawing a card, useful. I'm going to take the tomato, man. So, comped meal, a free recipe, I get mochi. 3 cereal. I mean, bro, what the hell am I supposed to do with cereal? You are useless. You're useless. I have to skip you. I'm sorry. We're a burger shop. Why are we selling mochi, brother? Okay, so now we get 2 guys. That changes things up for sure. Sesame bun, I get plus to a meat. That now allows me to play this tomato and then a meat. I have done this incorrectly. Yeah, I have done this incorrectly. I thought that was going to feed both of them. And I can't... I can't change that now. Okay, that's fine. Let's serve you. I, like, way overserved you, but that's okay. Then... +2 to a meat card in the window. Let's draw 1. That gave me a Parmesan. +1 draw per... I'm actually screwed because of this. Which is massively unfortunate. Just draw a card for me. And then that will allow us to do you. I'm a little bit mad about that one because I had to use my restock. I just didn't understand how that works. So, wasabi. This gets +1 per other dish, ingredient, and scrap in window. Yeah. Blueberries, draw 1 per ingredient in hand with 2 or more... Two or more... Is that 2 or more types? Is my unenriched cheddar... You're just red. Can something have more than 1 type? I'm so friggin' confused, man. I'm so confused. Move the topmost vegetable card in deck to top of deck, then draw 1. So that would move my tomato to the top of the deck. And then I would draw the tomato, which would allow me to draw another tomato. That seems okay. Or another card, because the tomato is a draw. I'm gonna enrich instead, okay? Just because we don't know what enriched beef does. Move 1 recipe from deck to hand. It's good. I think that's good. Cheddar, I get +3 money when prepped. We haven't even seen a shop yet. I'm excited for it, though. I still think that the buns are... This is kind of our best play for us right now. What is on the house free technique dredge? Move any scrap from deck to hand. Okay, I feel like scrap may end up being useful. Now, secret ingredient, improve a recipe. So burger. I don't necessarily know. So you're saying, okay, interesting. So now the burger requires bread, red meat, and a fruit or veggie. Well, it would require the tomato, but now we have the GMO OMG burger. okay, dude, but let's do this. I'm like intrigued by this. You got a lot of kids. Honestly, your eyes are telling the entire story on this one. So you need a 13 and you love cheese. That's good. Let's do this intelligently, though. Because we want to play our sesame bun, play our tomato. That draws our burger, which requires red meat, which we don't have right now. So let's draw one per in the window. I mean, let's maybe... Our burger's gonna do like 8 now because it's adding the tomato to it, right? Let's draw one per in the window. There's my beef. Then we do this. We get our burger. And then you just need a 2 remaining. I'll give you a tomato and we'll move on with our day, right? That seems okay. Just like slapping a tomato on top of you is a little strange, but we'll roll with it. Macaroni, you're a noodle. If last card played was cheese, this gets +2. I'm going to tell you that, believe it or not, I think this works in our deck. Chocolate, I get +2 to my dairy. And then wheat is a cereal type. Give 1 ingredient or a scrap. I'm going to take the damn macaroni, man. I think it's interesting. Open containers. Inherit tags. Okay. So I want to make cheese. I want my Parmesan to inherit the tags of a tomato. Okay? Because now we can use the Parmesan to build our burger. Which is a little weird, but I'm super with it, I think. And then this is just a gosh darn mess. So this is our market. We can buy things. Let's take a look, because we can afford literally everything here. Ginger, if the top card in deck is fish, it never will be. Draw 2 per dish in window, never will. Flour tortilla, this gains the food value of an ingredient or scrap in hand with less than this, which you have 2. Yeah. Maybe? Carrot. Toss any of the topmost 3 cards. I don't really think I care. Another beef. That's already upgraded, which is interesting. Focaccia, this gets -1. Is that to all of those or just to itself? I'm gonna assume just to itself. So you would cost 3 to play you. That just doesn't seem very good. Give the topmost ingredient or scrap in deck +1. Topmost ingredient. I think I'm allergic to cashews, by the way. Topmost. This is a I'm pissed off at nuts episode, apparently. This seems okay, but I don't know why I'm struggling with it. This gains the money of 1 ingredient or scrap in trash. I haven't even put anything in the trash. Give a meat card in hand -1 and move it to the top of the deck. That seems useful, man. And then onigiri, cereal and wrap. Come on, get out of here. I think that technique is interesting enough or a little peculiar, one of the two. This guy freaking loves everything. This is the damn Shadow Man. Okay, you love meat, which is great news. That's great news. Let's start with a tomato. Draw me a meat. Beautiful. Then we do that. Now, our burger requires bread, which we do not have. This guy is taken care of with that. And then the damn Shadow Man requires 14 here. Which is a little messy. Give a meat card in hand, -1, and move it to the top of the deck. So give a meat card in hand, -1, move it to the top of the deck. I can understand that is not an intelligent decision. Now I have to restock and bring it right back in. I gotta restock a couple, to be honest. We didn't draw our bread, which is an issue. Now we have our bread. Then we'll add our beef. Then we add our Parmesan. We draw sear, +2 to a meat card in window, which will be this. And then that gives you enough. Did I play that correctly? No, because I had to use all my damn restocks, man. Okay. Tofu, a little tofu burger. This gains the tags of 1 other ingredient or scrap in window. You have the tag of lean. There's so much going on in this game, man. I'm going crazy. Part of me is like another beef, sure. I need bread, not wrap, I think. So I think that the most important play here is to actually just enrich my freaking stuff. And it has to be enriching the tomato so that we can draw into our bread. So lunch swap, you're giving me a multi-grain bread. That's useful for sure. Move the topmost bread in deck to top of deck, draw 1. You're so good. What do I get rid of, though? I mean, it has to probably be the macaroni, right? Although, I don't know. You work really well in my deck. I haven't played you yet, but... I mean, that's like that's a good 1-2 punch for that. But I do think I need the damn multigrain, man. So what do you replace it with? Maybe you just kill off an unenriched beef? That seems like such a terrible idea. I don't really want to get... But my sesame buns are the reason for my beef, so I can't really do that either. And I just enriched the damn tomato, so that would be a waste if I did that. What a really intelligent process here. I'm gonna get rid of the unenriched... But we buffed the cheddar with the meat so that we can play our beef better. My deck is good how it is. So maybe that's a reason to not take this, man. That's a difficult decision. That is like a really difficult... I'm gonna just skip. It's tough. It's tough. Hopefully that's the right decision. You require a 15. You love veggies, but you hate dairy. Fortunately, we can make a burger. Okay. So let's go unenriched cheddar. If last card played was cheese, which it is, you gain yours. Beautiful. Then you take a sesame bun to draw an extra beef. We play our beef. Then we play our recipe. Excuse me. You need this guy. Yeah. And then you play your recipe. Well, you don't actually need to play the recipe because I can just play, right? You're just like good enough. What's the point of the recipe is to clear up space. And that's really all. So I don't need to play the recipe. Okay. I think that I'm learning, albeit slowly. Draw 1 per technique in trash. I still don't really know how the trash works. More cheese is a positive. Draw 2, then move 1 card from hand to top of deck. Yeah, you're a must. Cooking class. Take 1, get 1. Polymorph. Transform 1 card in hand into lamb with 0/0. You would be red meat, which would allow me to make a burger. Mix. Combine all of your ingredients. All of your types of... into types of... Okay, yeah. Trigger the prepped effect of 1 ingredient. That's really good. Because I could prep to get a draw off of a tomato. But I also get a bone, which is give -1 to 1 other ingredient or scrap in hand. I could do this to then transform the bone into lamb and use it in a burger. Which, I mean, that's interesting, to be honest with you. That's interesting. I think chop is better. Famous foodie, Glithoff. Sure, I'll feed him. What do you need, brother? You're gonna be like a 20? A 4 and a 4? Really? As seen on TV, may draw a crowd. Okay, we're gonna have to feed you multiple times. I can feel that coming already. So let's start. You would think that this is where I would start, to be honest. Move any scrap from deck to hand. And then the trash. No valid target. Yeah, okay. What's the best way to play you? It's probably tomato into... Give -1. Ah, okay, so if you... That's what aged means. Is if you age then you give -1. Okay, you're horrible, to be honest. So let's use it. Have some bones, brother. I feel like you're probably not gonna love that, but then you play the cheese. That preps those. Draw 2, move 1 card from hand to top of deck. I'm going to play Dredge. And then I'm going to call ya. You require a 1. That is really annoying. Oh, but I can choose, right? I can choose which one of you. So Macaroni, my last card played was cheese. So you're good to go. Then a 1, just play a sesame bun. This customer is still hungry. Ah, you hate bread. Yeah, you hate bread. Frick. Oh, brother, we're cooked. we are so cooked. Why are there so many people, man? Why are there so many people? Unenriched cheddar. You know what? Play the beef on you. There's still a chance, okay? There's still a chance. Play that on you, and then we just restock, okay? Unfortunately, can't do that. Can't do that. We're doomed. We're doomed. I can't play you. +2 to a card in window. Can't do it, man. Can't do it. Yeah. I understand, to be honest with you. I should have scrapped the bones with that for 1. Yeah, I can't feed you. It's impossible to feed you. I've gotten bad reviews and I've burned down the damn shop. Okay, dude, a la carte, this game's cooking. And I mean that with the pun intended. Interesting little game. There's a lot going on in this and a lot of different approaches that you can take. Very, very intrigued by the idea that, you know, these are basically all different characters with different decks, right? And different ideas. Intrigued to see if I were to beat that boss, if there's another round that you're going through, or if a run is just that first kind of place, because I feel like we got to a good state at the end and then I just misplayed the hell out of the final round. Really, really interesting little game. Go check out this demo. I'm gonna add this. It's already on my wish list, but I'm gonna add it with a harder click on add to my wish list, because I think that this one's really interesting, and maybe this is finally the cooking roguelike that I have been looking for all this time. If you enjoyed, as always, liking the video, much appreciated. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.